Hi, my name is Deyemi Okanlawon and I'm an actor. I'm a very, very passionate person. I believe that so far back as I can remember, I've always been involved in, very passionately involved in one project or the other, and I grew up in a family with 5 children. My mom is a cake maker, so she's a very, very strong influence as an entrepreneur and a creative person. And in essence, that's why I'm a creative person who's really passionate about the things that I love. I think my very first memory, my very first relation of being an actor was as far back as when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old in primary school. I was in every school play throughout my primary school years, and I used to just love playing those roles. I was reading books, doing any Blytons and the like, also at about that time. So I love to immerse myself in this imaginary world. And so yes, even though I was raised in a family of 5 kids, I spent an inordinate amount of time alone all by myself. And later on, I think I was in my final few years in university when I got into a group of actors, and we just used to hang out, have fun, and just do some amateur stage production. That continued from about 2003 up until about 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. My first film was actually in 2010 when I was in a short film called A Grain of Wheat, and also in another film, a feature film, a small role in a feature film called ZR7. 2011 was in a couple of projects as well, Journey to Self, and 2013 I started taking it a bit more serious, and I was featured in a few more short films, really because I didn't have much time to take on larger roles and larger productions because I was working 9 to 5. I had up until when I resigned in 2013 to face acting as a full-time career. I had about a 9-year work experience from my undergraduate days as a sales and marketing executive, and so I didn't really have much time initially. Again, up until I decided to go into acting full-time. So that's that. Well, for me, I think the work actually starts before even getting a script. In my experience, I've had the opportunity to work with some acting coaches, and in those times of personal study, I begin to build the essence of different characters. Because of the nature, again, of this, because of the peculiarities of the Nigerian film industry and how we don't really have much time to prepare, it just made sense for me to have these characters ready. And then if I come across a script and there's a character that matches what they want, or elements of a character that I've already built and matches what's required for that script, then I can bring that. Or I have to create something all from scratch. And it's really about getting to the core of the character that you're playing, understanding what the motives are and what drives that character, what his overarching objective is, and so I start to find parts of my life that correlate to what the character is experiencing. and then I decide whether or not my reaction to those incidents that the character is facing are appropriate for the role. And I believe that if one really immerses themselves into a character and starts to live life through the eyes of the character, that you essentially become that person for that period of time. Yes, and Denzel Washington. I think he's an amazing actor, and a big fan and a follower of his work. I have quite a few, quite a lot actually. You always come off every production, every project with memories, and there's always something to take away from each one. But I would say that one of those experiences was on the set of Blink. Blink is a short film that I featured in, and I think it was the first time anybody was going to see a Nigerian production where there were some extremes involved, where there was an underwater scene. There was a really cool accident scene. That was my first experience using green screen, and my level of respect for actors who do this, with ease is so high now. And that was one experience that I truly appreciate, and I always remember. Another was actually on the set of Diagnosis. Diagnosis is a stage play, and I remember having to lose weight for that role because the character was a bit of a down and out, guy, and I had to work out a lot. The monologues in the first few scenes, were really. Initially, when I first picked up the script, I actually ran out of breath just reading, the lines in the first scene as my character is introduced, and it was very, very, for me, a huge learning experience. And by the time we got on set to perform it, I was a totally different person. This guy wouldn't speak proper English, can't speak proper English. And a few very, very interesting things for me, but it was a learning experience that I took away from that. The ability to actually, fully immerse yourself again in the character, and see that come alive. That for me was phenomenal. Yes, so action tip. Yeah, so as I said earlier, I believe that one should always be prepared for whatever opportunities are coming their way. Do the work, practice, get lessons, acting lessons. There are several acting coaches around, especially if you're in the Nigerian film industry. You will find some acting coaches around. Just study hard, and be ready for when you're called. So you have characters that you've already developed that you might be able to work with, And if you don't, it increases your repertoire, so to speak. The second thing would be to make yourself more accessible to producers, directors, casting agents, and it's really very personal. Some people do it by being on the red carpet as often as possible. Other people do it by networking directly or indirectly through managers and the like. And so yes, we have to keep all these things in mind, in building our career as actors. Hi, my name is Deyemi Okanlawon, and I'm an actor. See that link below? That one? Subscribe. Yes, please click, please subscribe. You're watching African Talent.